This is one killer class. Hello, folks. Welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing another Goosebumps book, and this time I'm going to be reviewing number 3 from Series 2000, Creature Teacher. Creature Teacher, indeed. So this front cover, I always found it a little goofy when I first saw it. I thought, wow, that looks kind of rough, like really, it doesn't really sound so good. So this book was a book I had no real interest about reading until recently. And actually last year, time flies, but last year I decided to read it after I've seen a lot of good reviews, positive reviews for this book, namely from Grayson, from Michael Goosebumps, and others. And I thought to myself, maybe I should give it a try. But yeah, this front cover never really inspired me, if that makes any sense. It never really made me want to read this book. Not that it's not good or anything. I really like it. Tim Jacobus does an awesome job on these covers. So basically, you have a big monster teacher, and she looks really ugly. And basically, she's roaring at us, right? Her mouth is open to reveal these rows of teeth, of very sharp razor teeth, and basically she's screaming, and her eyes look like they're gonna burst out of their sockets. And yeah, she looks terrifying, to be honest. And she's just looking straight at us, the readers, the viewers, right? And basically, there's a board behind her, and basically some things are written in there, some math maybe. It's a test, apparently. You can make out those words and all those numbers. But yeah, this is basically in a classroom, and it looks kind of good. But the teacher sounds really strange. I like the colors also. She looks mostly pinkish. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this front cover. So let's move on to the book itself. What's happening in this story? So basically, our main character is called Perez, maybe. And basically, he's a young boy. And he pulls a prank. He's one of those kids from Goosebumps who loves practical jokes. And one practical joke of his kind of goes wrong, and he ends up getting suspended from school. And what happens is that he can't go back. So his parents decide to enroll him at a boarding school that is called the Caring Academy. And this Caring Academy, it's run by a teacher. The teacher you can see in the other front cover, obviously, named Mrs. Mark. Mark, Maargh, right? A strange name. But basically, Mrs. Mark is a very weird teacher. She looks kind of weird, funny looking. She has huge feet, and she doesn't wear any shoes. And she looks gross, really, like a monster indeed. And basically, Paul is gonna meet these two girls, named Celeste and Molly. And basically, they look pretty nice. They really want to help Paul out. But first off, they tell him to, as soon as he meets them, they tell him to get out of there, right? That it's a dangerous place, and he doesn't want to be there. But Paul believes that it's a joke, right? One of those one of those jokes that one would pull on the new kid. But then, as he stays at school, and he doesn't take their word for it, he doesn't take them seriously, he's going to find out that there might be more truth than he realized about this teacher. So this teacher, Mrs. Mark, is very weird and odd, and basically she has one of those, she has that thing called a foot chain, And basically, the one who ends up at the bottom of this food chain ends up getting eaten at the end of the year, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, those kids, they have to stick together. They have to make sure that they don't end up at the bottom of the food chain, otherwise they'll get eaten. And basically, you have to be good at school. You have to, I believe, your report card that you turn in has to be good, and you have to work seriously. And if you don't, basically, if you're a naughty kid, if you're bad, you will go down a notch, and then eventually you might reach the bottom. And basically, there's going to be that big thing called the talent show, and in which everybody is supposed to enter. And basically, one must have a talent, basically, and show it to the class. And if it's good, basically, you'll get more points, I believe. And in which case, you can end up high on the food chain, in which case, you're safe, you're pretty safe. But if you end up at the bottom, you'll be in danger, right? In very big danger. And basically, soon afterwards, Paul is going to meet this kid named Mr. What am I saying? Named Marv. Marv, M-A-R-V. Marv. And what happens is that there's something about this kid, but I'm not going to spoil it or anything. But you'll find out for yourself what happens, right? And what is going to happen in this story, in this book. So, Creature Teacher, what did I think about it? I thought I gave enough already about when it comes to the story-wise, I mean. So, what did I think about it? I think the book is pretty good, really. I never really wanted to read it at first when I was first starting the Goosebumps book 2 years ago. But 3 years ago, actually. Time flies, right? Time flies, doesn't it? But yeah, I was really surprised at how good the story was. I didn't expect it to be that good. Now, mind you, it's not perfect. It's not my favorite book from Series 2000. But it's a good book from Series 2000. It's not a bad one. It's a pretty good one that'll keep your attention, that'll keep you invested in the story and kind of at the edge of your seats because you want to know what happens at the end. Is somebody going to get eaten? Who is it going to be? So there's a lot of suspense in this book that I really enjoyed. So, but yeah, the book is pretty good. This whole boarding school thing, I think it worked well in a Goosebumps book. I believe, I'm pretty sure there's another short story from the Tales to Give You Goosebumps about a boarding school. But this is basically the main full story about a boarding school in Goosebumps. And for what it's worth, it worked pretty well. Creature Teacher, Mrs. Morg, is a pretty good character, villain, whatever you're going to call her. And she makes a good Goosebumps monster, if you ask me. So I'm thinking about wrapping it up soon. As I said, I'm going to try to stick to the 10-minute review time limit, 10-minute time limit for reviews, whatever. So if I were to give this book a rating, I believe I'll give it something like 7.5 out of 10. And it's a strong 7.5 out of 10, right? It's not like a bad one. Why no, not more than that? I just wasn't crazy about it. It's not like my favorite book from Goosebumps Series 2000. And if I were to give it more, it would sound like I love it too much. If I give it 8, it'll mean that it's so awesome. But 7.5 is a good rating for this book. I thought about it, and I'm pretty sure 7.5 does it all. So 7.5 out of 10 for this book, Creature Teacher. And I believe that's pretty much it. What about you folks? What did you think about Creature Teacher? Did you like the book? Did you hate the book? I believe there's a sequel in Most Wanted, which is The Final Exam. Creature Teacher, The Final Exam. I didn't read this book yet. Should I read it? Let me know in the comment section down below. And let me know if you liked this book or if you didn't. And let me know why. And I'll see you on the next review for another Goosebumps book review, God willing. In the meantime, folks, stay safe. Take care. Join our Discord. And goodbye. Take care. This is our channel. aka Goosebumps Boy for You, signing off.